Hello and welcome to beautiful Washington. Today we are doing our flow on the Washington coast after just exploring the Olympic National Rainforest and beaches along the Washington coast. It is absolutely beautiful here, and I'm so grateful that you've joined me for this practice today so that I can share this beautiful place with you. Today we're going to be starting on our backs, placing our left hand on our heart and our right hand on our stomachs. Taking a moment here to ground into our mats, inhaling and exhaling a bit deeper, drawing our attention to our breath. As you begin to deepen your inhales and your exhales, drawing your attention to the present moment, you may want to give yourself the permission to leave any stress, worries, things that are running around in what we call the monkey mind, the mind that's constantly running, telling us the things we need to be doing, making us feel stressed. Maybe again you just want to give yourself the permission to shut off the monkey mind and consciously choose to be present here on the four corners of your mat. As we inhale and exhale, gently start to draw your right knee into your chest, rolling out your foot, coming to cross that right leg over the left into a figure four position, reaching through to grab the left either quad or shin. Just gently starting to rock back and forth here, opening up through that hip. Exhale, rolling over onto your left side, keeping that figure four shape with your legs. Gently hover that right foot right above, about an inch above the ground. Flexing as tight as you can your foot, your hip, your leg for 4, 3, 2, 1, coming to plant that foot down on the ground, perhaps placing your right hand on that right knee, pushing it out for a deep hip stretch. Exhale, extend that left leg long below you, coming into a supine twist. Focusing here more on keeping your shoulders down on the ground, even if that means your knees don't fully cross all the way over. Inhale, bringing knees back into the chest, gently rock side to side for a counter twist. Inhale, pulling this time the left knee into a figure four shape. From that figure four, go ahead and reach through to catch your shin or your thigh, pulling it towards your chest for a moment. Exhale, rolling over, letting the foot hover just about an inch above the floor, flexing your foot, your leg, your hip for 4, 3, 2, 1, coming down to plant that foot on the floor, taking your hand to your knee and applying some counter pressure for a deep stretch here. As you're ready, extend fully to a supine twist on this side, again focusing on keeping your shoulders grounded into the floor rather than getting both of your knees to cross and touch the ground. Inhale, pulling both knees back into your chest, rocking gently from side to side. Grabbing underneath your legs, start to gently rock forward and back, with your momentum coming to a high plank position. Now either placing both of your knees down on the ground, placing one knee down on the ground. We're going to do 4 dips down to start to build arm strength to be able to do inversions, handstands, arm balances. So if you're taking a right leg lifted form of this pose, go ahead and do 4 head lowers here. Pushing now up into upward dog, downward dog, back to plank, lowering down now with opposite leg down on the ground, opposite leg lifted. Go ahead and take 4 head dips here. Rising to upward dog, and then to lower dog. Coming back to plank, exhale to slowly lower and chaturanga push-up, hovering for a moment above the ground. Exhale all the way down to the ground. We're going to take a Shalabhasana sequence here. So on your inhale, lift your chest up off the ground, bringing hands, pulling your back muscles, tightening up here, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, giving a little more, 1, exhale. This time, lifting our legs, squeezing our glutes, leaving our hands planted down on the ground, lift up, squeezing our glutes, legs, feet up off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering down. On your next inhale, lifting arms and legs off of the mat, lifting up on your inhale and holding for 5, 4, squeezing a bit more through the back, 2, 1, lowering all the way down. Planting your hands on the mat on either side of your chest, lift up your hips, coming back to a downward dog. Gently pedaling your feet out here. Inhale to hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Rising to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up all the way. Exhale, Samastiti. Go ahead and take 1 sun salutation A. I'll lead you through the first, and you'll take the second at your own pace with your breath. Inhale, reaching fingertips up to the sky, reaching as though you could touch the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Shake head yes and no here. Let any tension just drip off the top of your head. Inhale with a flat back to halfway lift. Exhale to take a vinyasa flow to meet in downward dog. Taking a few deep breaths here in downward dog. Pulling back to the intention you set at the start of your practice. Collecting any thoughts or worries that may have wandered off the mat. Go ahead and just collect those and bring them back to the present moment. Inhale, prepare. Hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping hands up to the sky. Exhale, Samastiti. Go ahead and take your next sun salutation at your own pace, feeling free to add anything that you feel like your body is needing. Listen to your body and make the yoga work for you here. Go ahead and meet in downward dog or child's pose when you're done. Breathing in and out here. Inhale, prepare. Hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat. Coming to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastiti. Moving through 3 sun salutation Bs. Inhale, sweeping fingers along the ground. Sitting back in a chair pose. Inhale to sit a bit deeper here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands on the mat, taking vinyasa flow to meet in downward dog. Inhale, lifting right leg high into the sky. Exhale to plant in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana or high lunge. Exhale, plant your hands and move through your vinyasa, maybe taking a few handstand kicks or push-ups here, coming to meet in downward dog. Inhale, lifting left leg high to the sky. Exhale to plant in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana, holding here for a moment. Exhale to plant hands and moving through your vinyasa. We'll go ahead and do one more sun salutation beat together, and the third one will be done with your own breath. From downward dog, hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat, rising on your inhale to halfway lift, gazing outward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the fingers along the floor, sitting back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, rising up, Samastiti. Inhale, sweeping fingers on the ground as if you were scooping up dirt in your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, take vinyasa flow to meet in downward dog. Inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale to plant in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, planting hands, moving through your vinyasa. Again, taking any other play or movement you'd like here to meet in downward dog. Inhale, left foot goes high. Exhale to plant in between your hands, rising to Anjaneyasana or high lunge. Exhale, taking your vinyasa to meet in downward dog. Observing here how your body is able to heat itself, even without high intensive cardio, running, how your body possesses the ability to build heat through movement and through building flexibility. It's pretty amazing. For a third sun salutation B, go ahead and take this at your own pace, moving through with your breath, allowing you to guide your movements. We'll meet in child's pose at the end here. If you're in child's pose, go ahead and lift back up to downward dog. Hop, step, or jump to the top of your mat, rising to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Samastiti. And coming back to Utkatasana. From here, stepping the left leg back, coming to a twist, twisting your left shoulder to meet your right hip. Maybe staying here if this is feeling really good. There's also the option to go ahead and extend your arms for a bit of a twist, or planting hands down on the ground, Start to connect your hip to your elbow, starting to lean into this arm balance. We'll be here for about 4 more breaths, so just take a moment and listen to your body while also pushing yourself to find your personal edge. Moving back into that twisted lunge, untwist, kicking the leg up into Warrior 3. Flexing that back floating foot, set it down. Sitting back into Utkatasana chair pose, rotating to the opposite side, kicking your leg back behind you. Taking a twist here, either staying with your hands in prayer pose, extending them long, or in the next 5 breaths, working on that arm balance. Inhale, straighten the bent knee, coming into Warrior 3 on this side. Exhale to plant both of your feet down on the mat and shake out your legs. Come to a seated position, coming to Baddha Konasana butterfly pose. Start to grab your feet and gently start to rock in a circular motion, one direction, then the opposite direction. Lifting toes up to the sky, gently start to lower your back, sucking navel back to your spine until you're laying all the way down on the ground. Moving into our bridge and wheel sequence, we'll go ahead and take this 3 times. On your first inhale, either planting hands down on the mat or interlacing your fingers underneath your back, lift your hips up to the sky. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lifting, maybe a bit higher this time, or moving to the full expression of this pose and wheel if that's something that you feel like your body is needing at this time. If not, bridge is a great place to be. Lowering down on your exhale. And our final one, lifting up. Holding here for 3, 2, 1, lowering all the way down. Inhale, pulling knees to your chest, lifting head off the mat, gently rocking from side to side here. Grabbing the outside of your feet, coming into a lying Baddha Konasana here. Exhale, transitioning into a happy baby pose. Maybe extending legs long for a bit more of a challenge, or keeping knees bent, sucking that tailbone down towards the mat for a deeper hamstring and hip stretch. Exhale, lowering legs all the way down, settling into the mat for Shavasana. Allowing the breath to release, gathering back any pieces again that may have wandered, drawing all of your attention to this present moment between the 4 corners of your mat. As you inhale through your feet, imagine the breath coming through your toes, up your feet, allowing your calves to tighten and release, your knees, your quads. As the breath rises from your feet all the way up to your pelvic floor, allow it to tighten and then settle into the ground. Imagine your back settling in, drawing each individual vertebrae of your spine towards the mat as the breath passes over it. Inhale deeply to pull the breath all the way up through your throat, over your teeth, across your cheeks, your forehead, opening your jaw as wide as you can to release any tension here. And exhale to settle into the mat for Shavasana. Without moving your body, gently start to draw your attention back to the four corners of your mat. Maybe observing how your mat feels, if there's a breeze touching your skin. Observe how your skin feels touching your clothes. Placing again your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. Just observe how your body feels. Thank your body for showing up today, acknowledging its shape, its goodness, its reality. Taking a moment to be grateful for this body that's going to carry you through your day and help you accomplish all the things that you need to do. Letting go of society's expectations or your own personal expectations. Reminding yourself you don't need to be doing anything, looking a certain way, accomplishing anything specific to contribute to the world around you. Truly, your presence is enough. Your existence is enough. You are defined by who you are as an individual and not by your accomplishments. Rolling to fetal position on the right side. Taking one more deep breath here before transitioning to our sitting position. Bringing hands to heart center. Lifting the thumb to the forehead in between the eyebrows. Inhaling here. Acknowledging as always the power of our thoughts. Taking a moment to be more conscious, more aware, and more intentional with the thoughts that we fuel. Taking our thumbs to our lips, reminding ourselves of the power of our words and the great blessing we have to be able to choose ours, the ones we speak about other people and the ones we speak about ourselves. And finally, taking our thumbs to our hearts, reminding ourselves of the courage and strength that lies within each and every one of us. I hope you leave today with greater confidence, with greater strength, and with greater self-love. Namaste.